Hello guys, I'm here with Charlotte and just looking very spooky.
Yes, it is a Halloween themed video.
I'm in a flat right now. We're filming a spooky question and answers craft video. This is the first time Charlotte's been on my channel in quite a few years.
Yeah, it's quite a while.
It's really good to be filming a video with Charlotte again, I'm so happy. It's been so long. On this table we've got some random crafts that we've bought at the shop. We're going to be doing some Halloween crafts at the same time as we're answering some random Halloween questions. Right here we've got 2 skulls and some paint, so we're going to be painting them. And on this little table here we've got some random crafts. Yeah, you got any pipes in your flat, aren't you, please?
Yeah, well, I probably do actually.
Oh well, if there's any left we'll use them for that. Coloured lollipop straws, that's what it looks like. Some eyeballs, some sequins, and some coloured feathers, and some random shapes. Oh yeah, and some glue. That's going to hold everything together. Charlotte's got loads of scented candles in her flat and it smells absolutely amazing.
Well, I've only got 2 burning right now.
Oh.
But it just smells good.
Okay, let's start this thing.
Hell yeah. Do you believe in the supernatural?
Yes, I definitely believe in the supernatural. Do you believe in the supernatural?
Well, does anyone watch Ghost Files? Because I've been watching that recently. And I say I'm more of a Bulgara than a Shaniac. But I definitely more on Ryan's side. That means he does believe in them.
Yeah. I've never watched Ghost Files, so I've got no idea what it's all about.
I bet you'd find it funny. You should watch it.
By the time you're watching this video, I'll probably understand what it's talking about because I probably would have watched it by now. Yeah, I believe in the supernatural because I've actually had a lot of experiences happen to myself, like paranormal and strange things. And yeah, we're meant to be doing crafts at the same time, so I guess that's the challenge of this video. We've got to talk and do crafts at the same time.
Because I know you're going to just go on and on. And probably that'll still be blank by the end.
Yeah. Charlotte's starting her crafts and I'm going to attempt to start mine while talking about this supernatural
I'm nervous about opening it in case it spills all over.
Oh.
This may be a challenge.
This kind of looks like a creepy smile. Oh god. What the hell?
Oh my god.
God. Jesus. That was a challenge and a half. Big one. I'm not going to say every single paranormal experience I've ever had, but I have had a few, supernatural and paranormal. I've had a few Mandela effect experiences. The first Mandela effect I can think of that I've had was the Kit Kat one. Because I remember Kit Kat, you having a line through. Even when I went to a corner shop, there was a line through when I seen a packet of Kit Kats on the shelf. And now it's disappeared and it's all one word. A lot of people have had that Mandela effect and I'm one of the people who've had that one. And the other Mandela effect I've had is capital of Australia being Sydney.
Maybe that's just people getting it wrong though.
No, it really was Sydney. Like, I remember even learning in school the capital was Sydney.
Well, the teachers must have been daft.
Or it's a Mandela effect.
Okay.
That's one very red eye.
And I've done my eyes black. I guess we both started with the eyes.
It's got a splodge there, but it kind of looks like it's bleeding. It's a bleeding eye.
Yours looks really scary so far.
I once had an experience where I woke up and my mum came in my room and put a drink on the desk and said, here you go, here's a drink. Because I told her to make us a drink and she came back and made us a drink. But then when I went to pick it up, it was actually a rock.
What the heck?
Like, I was half asleep, so maybe it was like a hallucination, like with being half asleep, but I actually seen her come in the room and say, here's the orange juice. Because I used to collect rocks at the time and have them in my bedroom.
How old were you at this time?
I think about 10 or 11. It was really freaky because I remember, like, it was so vivid that my mum came in my room and she was like, oh, here you go, here's your orange juice, Richard. She put it down in the thing, it was like so vivid. When I picked it up, it was one of my rocks that had like an orange rust on top. I was questioning my sanity or something. Like, I'm not going to say all my experiences because there's still a lot of questions to go. And I'm going to start on the next eye. Question 2.
This one is a controversial one. Would you rather never be able to celebrate Halloween again or never be able to celebrate Christmas?
Oh god. My answer to that would be Christmas. Because I absolutely love Christmas. It's my favourite time of year. I would be sad if Halloween went away. But I suppose there would still be horror films.
I suppose horror films aren't necessarily Halloween related, so I guess we could still have them.
Yeah. I just love Christmas, like the Christmas music, the Christmas atmosphere, presents, like Christmas dinner, like everyone just seems happier and more like paid out that time of year and stuff. So my answer would be Christmas.
Well, I think my answer would be to never celebrate Christmas. It would be really sad to not have Christmas again, but I think for me it'd be even sadder never to have Halloween because I bloody love Halloween so much.
Yeah, she's the Halloween queen. I think you can probably tell by her makeup and all her decorations in her house, just very Halloween.
Yes, I love it, and Jamie is the only person I know who likes Halloween as much as me. And I feel like it's really rare for people to... That's why I want to go to America, to see what Halloween's like there.
One day I think you'll accomplish your dreams.
Yes.
This is so much harder painting the red. Look at the mess I made with the blue.
Oh, it doesn't look that bad. It just looks like he's got 3D glasses on.
For some reason the blue seems harder to paint than the red. Maybe it's got more water content in the red.
Favourite Halloween song? I don't know the name of the remix, but there's a specific remix of Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Spooky scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You shake and shudder in surprise when you hear this zombie shriek.
I like the Jaws theme. I know Jaws is not really a Halloween film, but I suppose it's like a horror film. And the Jurassic Park theme, I know that's definitely not a Halloween film, but I suppose it's still a scary film, so I suppose it sort of answers the question. I do like Spooky Scary Skeletons as well though. I haven't really got one favourite, but I guess them are a couple of the ones I like. I don't know if I should be crazy and paint the teeth. I suppose there's no rules to this challenge, so I can decorate this any way I want really. I'm going to be very random and I'm going to glue some sticky on eyes to the forehead. Actually, should I just put one eye on the forehead? It'll be like a third eye.
That can actually work. Something you don't want to run into in an abandoned building or a forest.
Oh god.
Well, there's probably a lot of things.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of things. I'm going to hold this on and hope it sticks.
I think mine is a skinwalker.
Oh,
Or
skinwalkers.
any sort of urban legend, because I find them terrifying. Especially shadow people. Well, I don't know if it would be a shadow person, but I watched a video on them years ago and it freaked me out so
Yeah.
bad that I had to stop watching the video.
I know there's a creepypasta called The Rake, and it's like this creature.
Yeah. They're horrible.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a garden rake, it's not that type of rake. I mean, it would be pretty creepy if you'd done the garden with a rake that looked like the actual mythical rake.
I just find any urban legends just creep me out so bad, but I still find them interesting.
I mean, I think seeing anything in the dark woods at night would be creepy because most people are scared in the dark anyway,
I guess
especially...
it was just like a normal animal.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Probably.
like a hedgehog or something.
But I mean, anyone who was in a dark forest alone at night would be on edge. I mean, any little stick crack or anything would like make them jump and stuff. I'm just gonna leave it sitting and hope it dries. I think the thing I would be most scared of bumping into in a forest would be if I was alone in a forest and there was like something moving, something with glowing eyes or something that made like a scary like noise or something like that. And I think that would freak us out. Or a ghost. If I was walking through a dark woods and I seen like the outline of a person, a silhouette, that would be pretty freaky.
If I was in a forest at night, I'd be walking extremely fast to get out there as quick as I can.
I think it would actually be more freaky if it was standing still rather than moving, because if it was moving you would just think, oh, it's a person. But if it was just like shape a person just going, that would be more freaky.
That freaks me out imagining that.
Or if it moved like slightly, like if it was just standing there and it went,
Oh god.
like twitched or something. It would
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry. I don't mean to give you chills. I feel like the nose should be black. I mean, it's a bit of a generic colour. Oh god. I've probably just done the worst face ever there to open that. That's what it looks like so far. I've got no eye jar in my head when I'm actually doing with this. I'm just kind of making it up on the go.
Well, I'm pretty much the same. Did any horror movies scare you when you were a kid? Or even now?
Yeah. When I was young I watched a couple of the Saw films and I was way underage to watch them and I did get scared because obviously they're quite violent and yeah. And also the Blair Witch Project. I found the first Blair Witch Project really freaky. There is a sequel to Blair Witch. I've watched the Blair Witch 2, but it's absolutely rubbish. The sequel should have never really been made. It's one of those B movies that is just never as good as the original. But yeah, the original Blair Witch and maybe it's the Saw films. I mean, I can handle the Saw films now, but back then they were very scary. But yeah, the Blair Witch is quite a freaky film.
And mine was Labyrinth. I watched that when I was about 5 with my friend, and it scared me so bad. And then I watched it again when I was 10 in school, and it didn't bother me. Well, I was actually about younger than 10, but maybe 8 or 9 when I was in school, and it didn't bother me. And also, the scene from The Grudge where she's walking down a hallway and then comes up to the security camera. A friend showed me that clip, and it freaked me out so bad that whenever I come back from the toilet at night, my eyes would play tricks on us, and I would think I could see something in the camera that I would run towards us, and that used to make me scream.
Oh god, that would be scary. That film must have really affected you then.
I realised a few seconds later that it wasn't real, so it wasn't that bad. But then I'd always come back from the toilet and I'd be like this when I was walking to my bedroom, so I couldn't see anything. I actually did that for years and I forgot about that.
Oh god. I mean, this is kind of related to the question, but I used to like get scared that when I was lying in bed that something would bite my hand. Like if I was lying there and I had my hand over the edge of the bed, I used to think like a ghost or something would bite my hand or something. I always used to lie make sure I have my hands like in like that. I wasn't actually really like scared of, I think it was just my imagination was wild, and I used to like imagine like spooky scenarios like that. I don't know what I've done to this skull. I just decided to randomly paint a line going down. Kinda looks more like a sci-fi skull than a scary skull. I think I'll do one more red bit, just for good luck.
Oh, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, you're being a lot more creative with yours. Do you prefer thriller or gory films?
Well, I think it depends on the type of film. Like if they're just gory for the sake of gory, then they tend to be kind of stupid. But if they've got good, like interesting storylines, like the Saw films, then gore films can be good because they actually genuinely scare you. I mean, Squid Games as well on Netflix, that has quite a bit of go in, but it's done in a good way. And I think for thrillers, as long as they've got a good storyline and they're enjoyable to watch.
Well, I definitely prefer thrillers. I feel like psychological thrillers is my favourite genre of film. They don't necessarily have to be horror related. But yeah, I find gory films are often quite boring.
I don't like those thrillers that are really hard to understand, like they've got like all these different plots going on.
I know, sometimes they can be complicated.
As long as they're not too complicated, then they're good. There we go, I've added the 3 dots to the other side now. Looks pretty cool.
And what are your favourite Halloween films?
Oh my god, this is the crazy
Your
one.
favourite question.
It's also the most difficult question to answer because I've got so many.
Yes,
Maybe I should let you go first because I feel like you'd be better answer first.
Okay.
Give me time to think.
Well, one of mine is Beetlejuice, of course, even though he's an absolute creep. But I like Lydia Dietz. Did you know that Lydia Dietz and Joyce Byers are the same person?
No.
And Joyce Byers, Will's mom from Stranger Things.
Oh. Does it matter?
Yes, I was like shook. I think it's over 30 years apart, so no wonder Shook's different, but I was quite shocked. Probably as shocked as when I found out Cindy Lou Who and Taylor Momsen are the same person.
I mean, I was just thinking how weird the name Lydia Dietz sounds. Or just the word Dietz. Dietz. No. That's not really got anything to do with the question.
I've got a pop figure and I love it.
I'm kind of gutted. I wish there was a yellow or a gold because I kind of wanted to do the skull's teeth gold, but oh well, I'll just work with what I got.
I guess Hocus Pocus, another classic. I just watched the second one not long ago.
I think I'm actually going to leave the teeth white but paint around them. And I'm going to do a frame around the teeth. I think my favourite spooky films are, they're not really Halloween films as such, but the horror films. I like the Conjuring films, especially the Conjuring 2. The Conjuring
I still need to watch all of them.
Oh my god, you haven't seen them?
Well, I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really need to watch all
The second one's the best. The third was alright, but it just wasn't as good as the second. The second was just probably the best ever horror film I've ever seen, is the second Conjuring. It's so scary, but it's also just the storyline and the way it's filmed and the CGI, the fact it's set in the UK, just everything about it is just amazing.
It's quite a good review.
Yeah, I love the Conjuring too.
Oh, so you like horror films quite a lot?
Yeah, I watch quite a lot of horror films.
Oh, that's cool.
I've just watched Smile in the cinema as well, and that was pretty creepy. This is starting to look quite like Day of the Dead sort of style now, with the thing around the teeth.
What's your best Halloween costume what you ever did?
Oh, yes. Well, I guess one of the best Halloween costumes I've ever worn is maybe the Count Dracula one I wore once at an autumnal Halloween party.
Oh, that was 2017.
Yeah. And I've got a few selfies I took of it. He has a couple of selfies right now. Oh yeah, he has another costume I wore. This was for another autumnal party, and I guess it was like a dark fairy rabbit sort of thing. A lot of my childhood costumes consisted of wearing bin bags and cheap masks. That was like the thing to do in the 90s. I mean, you could probably get good Halloween outfits, but it was just the thing to do in the 90s. People would make their own Halloween costumes using cheap stuff. You can't beat a good old bin bag. Good old bin bag.
Good old budget Halloween
I know.
costume.
I'm going to show Charlotte the picture.
Oh, yeah. That looks like a bunch of random costumes mixed together.
Yeah.
Well, it looks quite good.
It was just a 90s style. So it was the pitchfork, the axe, the bin bag and the mask. And you can tell it's an old house with the 90s style clock on the wall behind us. I'm going to get back to this because I got totally distracted there. I need to take a smaller brush stroke.
It looks like it's got a green beard.
Oh man, I've just painted over the tooth because I thought that was the end of it.
Oh dear.
Oh well, he's got a green splodge on his tooth.
I'm doing my teeth in alternate colours.
Really? Oh yeah. That looks actually really cool.
I'm going to do the others purple.
I wonder if you could actually use these lolly sticks for actual lollipops, but I don't think it would be very good for you because some of the dye might get on the lollipop. Oh god, the face I pulled open his pins.
Yes, this is my favourite one from when I was a kid.
Oh.
The cat, what we never
Okay.
made. Yeah, I was chuffed with that because I wanted to be a cat that year. That was when I was like 10. So that was my purple witch costume.
Yeah, you can tell it's you from the side. I like the purple witch one the best, I think.
Yeah, this is my favourite one I did as an adult.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah, my sugar skull I did in 2014. That was my best Halloween makeup I ever did, I think.
Absolutely love it.
Thanks.
So well painted as well, like, look at the detail on that. You've always been really good at makeup, like, even your makeup now, the detail looks amazing.
Thanks.
There it is, the skull. Oh, that's great. I'm going to do a couple of more bits of the skull and then I'm going to finish and move on to doing something else.
I want to finish my skull because I'm invested in it now. Well, the next question. Can you sleep well after watching something scary?
I think it really depends on what it is. Like, if it's a very, 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 very scary film, then I'll probably sit up in bed thinking about it all night before I actually decide to sleep. Some days after I've watched a really scary film, I like to watch something like light-hearted afterwards, just to like
Yeah, well,
get the mood back.
not necessarily scary, but if it's like got really dark themes and like it's a bit of a heavy subject, then I'll watch something light after it or something funny.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like, you feel almost freaked out, like, or like, this is not real life, and then you just want to go back to like something you feel familiar with, to like.
Yeah, but my answer is always yes, because I think it doesn't matter what I watch, it never gives us nightmares or anything like that, so I've never really been affected by it, so
Yeah.
I know sleep just the same whatever I watch.
Yeah, it doesn't affect sleep for me, but I have to watch something light-hearted just to get my mood back to normal.
Yeah.
If it's a very, very scary
I think
film.
I'm the same.
Yeah. Oh well,
Hey,
twins.
mine's turned out alright.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'll show you properly when it's done. You're home alone, you hear footsteps, what do you do?
Well, I think at first I would try and figure out, am I hearing footsteps or am I just hearing like someone outside or the cat, because I'm sure you guys all know that I've got a cat called Simba, so I would probably think it was him before thinking it was footsteps. But I mean, if it was really loud and sounded like proper footsteps, then I would be a bit like, that's strange.
Well, my answer is I would think it was a downstairs neighbour, because I often hear her walking about.
Bruh.
I suppose if I heard her coming from above, I'd be like, what the heck is that?
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, is someone walking on the roof? I'd be like, very confused.
Unless you've got a secret builder that's doing work on your roof without you knowing. Like a secret roof repairer or something.
If you had a Halloween pet, what kind of animal would you choose?
Maybe a bat, because I think bats are cute. It would just probably fly around your house and be a nuisance though, but I like bats. Or a wolf, because I like wolves. As long as it's not a savage wolf and it's gonna like bite my hand off or something.
I thought you were going to fart there.
You serious?
No.
I think you were lifting your leg up to fart.
I mean, I can't if you want.
No,
I'm
no
joking,
thanks.
I'm joking. That's mine so far.
And that's mine so far.
Big man,
Yours is quite unique. Yeah, you've done a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I think I'm actually going to leave this for now because I want to start working on something else. I mean, I've got all these crafts down here, so I could put it there, pointing to you guys. Okay, spider time. I might come back to this, but we'll see. I'm going to make a spider out of all this stuff. Not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'll figure it out. I'm going to make the spider's body out of this sheet of cord here. Actually, for some really weird reason, I want to kind of do a funnel-shaped spider. I'm going to do this like a cone. These are just really spontaneous decisions right now. I don't need to go crazy with this body because it's not meant to be anything too elaborate. Yeah, we've run out of questions, guys. I'm probably going to finish doing the spider and then we'll end. These are going to be the mandibles. Is that the word for it?
I heard that word.
I'll stick these on the outside with a bit of glue. I've got a question. The scariest nightmare you've ever had?
I can't really remember it. I think I only have one nightmare.
One nightmare ever?
Yes, I very, very rarely have nightmares. I don't think I've ever had one that was that scary. I think it was Christmas Day 2011. I had this dream where I was astral projecting and it was like quite good.
Oh.
And I was like floating down the stairs and everything and I was like, okay, it's pretty awesome. And then I had another one where I was astral projecting, but I felt absolutely horrible. I just wanted to be back down to earth.
Oh.
And I guess that was kind of close to a nightmare because I was like really relieved when I woke up. I was like, oh, so glad I'm like touching the bed.
Yeah.
And I'm not floating in the air anymore.
Yeah. I've had a lot of dreams of floating, but the thing is, my dreams are floating and not like floating in the air. Mine are more like hovering above the air. Like I feel like when in my dreams I jump up and I sort of like want to fall back down again, but like I feel like I'm like propelling myself off the ground like.
I did actually have one dream when I was a kid where I was swimming on air and I was crossing the road, but swimming instead of walking. So I guess that was pretty weird.
Yeah, these are the pincer things on the end of the spider.
Oh, they're quite long.
Oh, these are the barbecue fork. Some nice chicken. Actually, it looks like a giant plug socket. You know, like the American one.
Yes.
Could take it to America and plug it in and see if it lights up.
I'm very surprised if it does.
Or it's an eye-poking device.
Don't you dare.
I did have one as a kid. I've had quite a few nightmares, but I did have one as a kid where I was trying to get home and I was walking down the path to get home and some force was dragging us back. And for some reason in the dream I thought if this force pulls us away I'll never get to see my parents again.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I was trying desperately to get home and I was walking along the path and then like it was like this force pulling us back down the path, so I was walking forward but then I was moving backwards while I was walking forward. And I just like had this feeling of dread, like I would never get home and see anybody ever again and stuff, and it was pretty creepy.
That sounds pretty intense.
Oh yeah, I'm going to put multiple eyes on my spider. I'm going to have to glue a lot of eyes on the spider.
So far that looks nothing like a spider.
I think I'm going to cheat and I'm just going to put some tape with some eyes under because it's just going to be a nightmare to glue all those eyes on. Sorry guys, I know you might have wanted us to glue some eyes on, but I'm taking the easy way out. Oh come on, there we go, there's me strip of eyes. And it's going to be taped on the front. There we go. I don't know if you can see that because it's very bright, but there's some eyes. Oh, they look like candy canes.
Oh no, that's too Christmas themed, we can't be having that.
No. Okay. Look at this. There's 3 purple pipe cleaners. Hope this holds the weight of this thing. So that's the legs glued on. I mean, taped on. I've done the best job on the planet.
It's only got 6 legs.
Yeah. Well, there was only enough to get 6
only
legs.
3.
Yeah.
That is the most funny looking spider I've ever seen.
I
I don't know, it looks like a different kind of bug, but I don't really know what.
guess it's a something. Yeah, you've got a wild something. Kind of doesn't stand up very well, but yeah. I think to complete the spider, I'm going to glue a couple of feathers on.
Yes, a nice red feather on its back.
This is like the weirdest thing I've ever made. Okay. Option number 2.
For the tape again.
I think I should glue one more feather on. Look at that.
If you want to.
Go on then.
I didn't take much convincing.
So that's all the legs on the spider finished, and I've glued the feathers on top. Kind of looks like an American flag now with the red and white. Actually, it looks like a British flag as well because that's red and white.
Actually, it looks like a French flag.
It's an everything flag. It's just a flag. Okay, I'm going to say the wings. This is a very strange looking insect. It doesn't stand up very well. I have to keep moving this leg to actually get it to stand up. Oh, it's not having a good day. Well, I guess we're done now. We've done with questions and we've done with skulls, and I've made this crazy spider thing. And I'm having a prop it up here because it doesn't stand properly, but yeah, we're done.
Indeed.
LOL!
As a closer look at the skulls we've done. I'll do a little montage at the end of all the stuff we made, but yeah. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you have a spooktacular day.
Hell yeah.
Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and yeah. Goodbye, everybody! You make sure that's cropped right.
I was letting it actually look right now.
It's alright, I suppose.
Do you think it'd be easy to just brighten it in editing and post, should I say?
Post. That sounds so professional.
Yes.
Very perfectionist.
Yeah.
You see your socks
I
in
didn't
them?
realise you're that perfectionist.
Oh god.
Don't pass me by.
That takes. Lost my legs again.
You did good. I've got spiders on my elbows.
Usually once I get in the swing, it just takes us a while.
Yeah, I have that as well. Try doing that.
Wait.
Works for me.
This is the life. I'm just having a drink like I do on every single video I film. Oh jeez. Oh. Not good. I think the power bank's dying, that's the problem. Oh. No.
Oh shit. This is not good.
Let's plug it in somewhere. Skull, where are you?
Oh, it's behind the
I've
camera.
lost my skull. Oh wait, it's touching my head. I should have just done that instead of
Okay, go on then.
Is that
Oh
it?
yes, I think that's it.
I don't know how this video is going to come out, but it'll look good when it's done.